the dot product and the angle between vectors. So here, when you multiply two vectors, the result is a real number. So that's it, the dot product of two vectors. So you got a vector that's going, x is 3, y is 4, and you got another vector that's going on the x5 and on the y2, and you multiply these two vectors, you will get a number as the solution. And how do you find the dot product? Just multiply the x values and add it to multiply the y values. So we're just going to multiply the x values. So 3 times 5, and then we're going to multiply the y values. That's it. So the answer is going to be 15 plus 8, and the answer is what? 23. That's it. Pretty easy. Okay, let's go to B. You got a vector u and a vector v. What is the dot product of this? Who got the answer? We're going fast. Who got the answer? Raise your hand. Who got the answer for this one? He's writing down stuff. Who got the answer for this one? Raise your hand. What? Anybody? What you got, Luz?
6.
Huh?
6.
6 is correct. Look, this is the x. I is the x, and this one doesn't have an x. So it's just going to be 0 times 2 is 0, so that's gone. And you're just multiplying the j, the value for the j, and that's going to be a negative 1 times the negative 6, positive 6. That's enough of this, I think, or is there more? All right, let's do more, but it's should be pretty straightforward here. You got these two vectors. Raise your hand if you got the answer already. What is it, Gio? Huh? -2, yes. Yeah, let's go, let's keep going. Oh, fractions. The problem is not what we're doing, the problem is not knowing how to do fractions. Let's go. Let me give you some time to do this one to see if you can get this one. What is it? What's the answer? -2? Yep. You could just do, you could change it to decimals too. Like half of 3, -3, half of -3 is -1.5. And then you got a fourth of 2. That's -50, -50, and -1.5 is -2. Or all right, let's just move on to the next one now. That's enough of that. All right, the next one is lesson part angle between vectors. So theta is cosine inverse of the dot product of the vectors multiplied by the magnitude of the vectors. In reality, like this equation comes from the law of cosines. Let me just kind of show you what's going on here. What's happening is that you got two vectors. Let's see, You got two vectors, and you want to know what is this theta. And so the law of cosines was something like, say, so that's the length and that's the length, and then we got this length here maybe, and so we got maybe this. So what was the law of cosines? The law of cosines. Let's go with what was the law of cosine? A squared. It's related to the law of cosines, and I probably don't want to make it too complicated because I didn't even review it. But it is related to the law of cosines. All right. So believe it as true. It is true. Find the angle between the vectors u and v. So what I just drew, and put it back. Where to go? I did erase it. Let me go back with this one. Yep. So you're trying to find the angle between these two vectors. Between vector u, say, and vector v. What's the angle between them? And let's go ahead and just kind of do it for an example. There it is. We got vector u and we got vector v. If I wanted to draw vector u, it's going to the right 1, 2, 3, and then it's going up 1, 2, 3, 4. So here's the vector. And what I'm going to do is I'm going to get the vector v and also make it start here also as well. So it's going to go 5, 1, 2, 3, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, and then up 2. And so here's vector v. All right. So this is vector v, and this is vector. And so we want to know what this theta angle is. It looks acute. It looks small. So we should get a small one. All right, let's go ahead and do this. The formula says that theta will equal to the cosine inverse of u dot v, which is this, the dot product. What's the dot product of u and v? 23? Yes? 23. All right, we just did a bunch of these, like 4 of them problems like that. That's the dot product. What's the magnitude of u? It's so repetitive. Come on. It's a 3, 4, what? 5 triangle. So it's going to be 5 here. This magnitude of the vector. The second one is the one we got to kind of work out. Square root of what? 5 squared plus 2 squared. That's going to be square root of what? 29. Square root of 29. So this is square root of 29. So now, they are coming to the rescue. Supposedly they're going to bring me 10 new graphing calculators so we can do a class set. But for right now, we will use these little scientific ones. The way you're going to do this, because in a graphing calculator, you just plug it in and it just gives you an answer quick. But this one is just weird. It's just, all right. Get an answer for this inside and then take the cosine inverse. Just to make sure you get it correct and you're not messing up just because you don't know how to put it in there. What I would do, everybody get your calculators. What I would do this. If you want to get it right. 20, no, well, I'm not even going to, let me erase that because I'm going to get an answer already. 23, put 23, get your calculators, 23. 23 divided by 5. Go ahead and do 23 and divide it by 5. What are you getting? You're getting 4.6? Yes. That answer, you're going to divide it by square root of 29. Now divide again. Square root of 29. And you're getting what? Huh?
0.85.
Point. So now, how many? To what decimals do you want to do? You know what? Let's go with 0.854. Let's go to nearest 1,000, just to make sure we're very close to the answer. Yeah. So now we can go ahead and get out of it, and do the cosine inverse of that number. And the angle seems to be about what? Theta equals what? If we go to the nearest, what am I doing in this? Depending, it's 30 what? What is it? Cosine inverse of this. What are you getting? 31.35, whatever. It depends on what is on the test or whatever. It'll say, hey, round to nearest tenth or round to nearest whole number or whatever. So I guess in this one, without any specification, it's 31.4, and I guess it is 31.4. That's kind of like that's it. We're pretty much done. Let's do this B one. Let's do this. Find the angle between these vectors. So let's do the dot product. So theta equals cosine inverse. Let's get the dot product for the top. So you make sure that it is in radians. This calculator, make sure it says rad, because this is radians. DRG, go to rad, enter it, make sure it says rad, and you know you gotta multiply cos pi by 3 times this, 3 cos pi by 6, and then add it to sine pi by 3, and that. Let's go then. Let's see what we got. Cos pi divided by 3, close it, times it by 3 cosine well, what am I getting with that? Dang, I'm getting negative 1.29999. Oh man, if we had a graphic calculator, like I said, this is so tedious to do here. In a graphic calculator, you could just do everything at once. I don't know. Let's do everything. We're multiplying this times this, get it, and then add it to multiplying these two right here. Let me do it all at once, see if I get an answer for it correct. Cosine. Oh, we went back to degrees? What the heck? Cosine times it by cosine. No, 3 times it by 3. Cosine pi divided by 3 times it 3 cosine 5 pi divided by 6. Add sine pi by 3. Close it. Times 3 sine 5 pi by 6. All right, hopefully I got something good here. What the heck? I got 0. I got 0. What you guys get? 0? All right, good, good, good. So it doesn't matter what we get at the bottom, really. It wouldn't matter what we get at the bottom, but if you do want to get the magnitude of that thing, as long as it's not 0, as long as it's some number, because 0 divided by some number, I don't want to do this one. Well, you go ahead and do it because I got to stop the video. But then it'll be some number, hopefully it's not 0, because you cannot divide by 0. If we divide by 0, it's going to be a big problem. And I'm really hoping it's not 0 at the bottom. Any other number is good. Then 0 divided by any number is 0. So what's cosine inverse of 0? What's cosine inverse of 0? Without a calculator, what's cosine inverse of 0? Between what? So where's cosine 0? What's cosine here on the unit circle? Anybody? X is what? 1. This is going to be x is cosine. X is what? So between 0 and 180, the answer is going to be pi by 2. The angle is pi by 2. Because cosine inverse of 0 is 90 degrees. We're looking for the angle here, no? Because that's what it's asking about, the angle. What? No. I got 0 and it is not. I didn't. I don't know. We need a graphic calculator better to do this, because we didn't get, otherwise it would have been that. Did you get 0 too? You guys all got 0? What? This is wrong. All this is wrong then. In any case, that's it, no?